Today I'm going to cover 20 faceless YouTube niches that you can get started with right now before the end of the year and crush it with, all right? So let's dive in straight away, guys. I have an Excel sheet here with 20 different niches that I'm gonna cover. I'm gonna open up the channels and basically just walk you through how it works, why it works, and how you can replicate it. So first of all, some statistics. So YouTube automation or faceless YouTube. According to research done by GMI team, over 2.7 billion people worldwide use YouTube every single month. And more than 122 million people access YouTube on a daily basis through its website and mobile apps. YouTube's global ad revenue for Q1 2024 stands at 8.1 billion. And you as a creator can earn a part of that revenue. And that is why faceless YouTube right now is so hot and trending, because it's owned by YouTube and Google, and it's just the biggest marketplace of like where viewers go. And even though there's like more competition coming, which people worry about, 2.7 billion users per month and 122 million people get on YouTube every single day. So there's a lot of room to make new channels in and make money with. And this ad revenue, if you are a creator in the YouTube partner program, you share of this ad revenue based on the views you get, all right? I'm gonna show you some channels that you can basically start with and start earning money with too. So before we start, I'm gonna tell you who I am. So my name's Casper, been working remote for 6-7 years. First did like drop shipping, was pretty good at that, but after Corona, everything collapsed, and then I got started with YouTube. After I started with YouTube and had some success with it, I also started helping people get started on YouTube. So I've been doing one-on-one coaching and group coaching for the past 3 years, and I have quite some good client results. People doing 3K a month, 15K a month, 7K a month, 2K a month. I have a lot of testimonials and client results up in here, as you can see. And on my YouTube, what you are watching right now, you can also check out all these client interviews so that you can see that it's actually legit, right? So that now, hopefully you trust me a little bit more on what we're talking about. I'm gonna cover the 20 YouTube channels you can start, right? Here's the catch though. The niche is the most important part of this business model. This will literally make or break you. Picking the wrong niche will get you stuck, getting no views and no money, and making no money. And picking the wrong niche basically means failure, wasting time, money, and energy. So I recommend you take a look at these and understand why they work, and become a master of that, because that is just the juice of this business model, like finding these gaps in markets and picking these niches that have long-term growth potential that you can make money with, and also markets that are big enough to actually earn money with. So the fix of this is using a proper niche research methods to increase your chances of success. And I'll show you my favorite one at the end of this video that me and my students use to find niches that can make them 3K, 5K, 15K, 7K a month from ad revenue alone, all right? So let's get started. So number one is in the anime niche, and it's a Pokemon channel actually. That's pretty cool. So as you can see, it's called Pokeville, 75K subs, 31 videos only. Their most popular video got 3 million views, and it's from 10 months ago, and it's called 6 times Ash died in Pokemon Explained. So let's see. They just do, see, like it's sort of like animated videos. These are pretty hard to make, I guess. And then, yeah, they just talk about things that happened in the Pokemon anime series. Almost everyone in the world watched this or likes this. So it's a very good niche, and Pokemon is still like making new episodes too. So it's probably still pretty up to date too, which is very cool. Here, 22 Pokemon that actually died. It's pretty dark. The thumbnails are very good, as you can see. It's a bit like older themed. 44 worst mistakes you didn't notice in Pokemon. See, it's a lot of like Mewtwo with his hand through bodies. It's very eye-catching because it's like the violence or the dark side of it, and there's some like 18 plus rated stuff on there too, which always on YouTube attracts a lot of eyes. So it is a very interesting channel. So what I would recommend you do if you see this or know about this channel, just think about any other very popular anime that you can maybe replicate this style with. And that is what YouTube comes down to very often. Just see what works and then replicate it for another market, for example. Especially in the anime, like there's probably some other animes people loved as a kid that you can do the same style for. So anime, and then in the anime niche, you have like different niche animes that you can cover, and then also different kind of styles of videos you can make, right? So 33 disturbing secrets, 31 craziest evolutions, 12 times Pokemon brutally died. This is like the format they're using, these top 10 listicles of things that they are unveiling, right? All right, so that's Pokemon and the anime niche. Now let's go to the second one. So this one is AI news channels. So this channel is called the AI Grid. Of course, AI has been very popular this year. I made quite some AI videos on my channel too, on how you can actually make these channels using AI. So this is literally, they just share the news about new AIs coming out and basically what that is going to mean for the future. So very trending, very news related, which is good because yeah, there's a lot of news coming out about this. People are excited for it. So if you can capitalize on the people looking for the latest news on AI, that's a very good market too. This channel is making 1.3 million views a month. The videos are 20 to 25 minutes long. So yeah, they are making very good money from this. If their RPM is like $10, they will make like $13,000 a month from this channel alone. So AI news, very good niche too. All right, let's hurry it up a little bit. So number 3, air crash investigations. So people love a little bit of drama. It's a bit of a dark niche, but this channel just makes videos that cover how airplanes crashed and how it happened and like the whole story around these air crash failures, which is a very cool niche. Honestly, there's quite some channels doing this, but this channel has very beautiful thumbnails, as you can see. It's probably hard to make because as you can see, it's all animated. So maybe not very beginner friendly, probably very expensive to make these, but they're getting very good views, 1 million too, with only 14 videos, almost 100,000 subs. So very good channel, but know what you get started with because these probably require some high skilled editors to make. All right, let's go to number 4. So sports, basketball, and on top moments. So in the sports niche, there's also a lot of different formats that you can do. I think I have some more sports channels in here. Yeah, this niche is sports, and then it's like basketball, and then it's like basketball specific moments, like it's sports moments kind of videos, which always work very good for every sport. And for most sports, this style is pretty saturated, and there's also some people who are doing big numbers on these channels, so it's hard to compete with, but it's always possible. There's still new channels popping up doing this too. So that's also a very interesting one. And again, if you see something like this, just think about, okay, which sport do I like and would I want to run a channel about? And then just go ahead and try to replicate this style for the sport that you love doing. All right, number 5. So this is, again, sports basketball. So this is a news channel. So compared to the last one where it's like the top 10 video style, this is related to news. So this just covers the latest news that is happening and is going on in the basketball world. And again, that's like, it's the same niche, but it's a whole different audience that watches these type of videos. And it's a whole different channel compared to the last one, right? So that is a way you can pick certain formats for your videos and titles and your channel in general that will set you apart compared to other people in the same niche. Because even if that previous channel was very big, there's still like room for other type of formats in the same niche too. Right, number 6, police body cams. So these popped off last year too, was really popular for a while. So basically people get body cam footage from police, from cops, and then they just make some, like, add some voiceover to it, put it together, and these videos tend to do very well too. Because people, like viewers, just love watching the drama, the juice, and the scary things that can happen in these situations, right? It's just real life footage, and a lot of like weird people are involved. And as you can see, 5.5 million views a month. That is super huge. That's a lot of money they are making. So yeah, it's a good market. It's a bit hard to get unique content here, but as you can see, it's still working very well when done the right way. Right, it was number 6. Let's go to 7. So history, biography, documentaries. So this is a history channel, which again is a very good topic for faceless content, because history is usually faceless content because you're not gonna record history channels yourself. And this specifically covers like certain stories about famous people from the past, so Napoleon, Anne Frank, and Leonidas, Hirsi, Drake, Xerxes, Genghis Khan. So again, like there's a lot of different type of history channels, but this one specifically only covers like long 1-hour stories about specific people and basically how their life looked. And for example, here Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire, how that all went down. So that is interesting. The main goal you have to study, or like the thing you have to study when starting YouTube automation, is understanding, like for example, this channel only does these kind of like live documentaries about these specific people, right? And that is what this channel is known for, and that is what people, subscribers, are following this channel for. And that is all they do, and it's working really well. So it's, again, in the history, a specific market. But if this channel would all of a sudden start uploading like top 10 history videos, that wouldn't make sense to the audience. So they probably would not watch it, and that's not what they want to watch. So always think about the format that you're going to be making and which audience you're going to be attracting with that, right? Here we have an MMA UFC channel. So as you see, a lot different style than the basketball channels we just covered. They got in good views too though. And yeah, this is just, again, like a specific format in the UFC niche, which appears to be working for this guy. And again, you can take inspiration from that and do it in another sport, or if you are into UFC too, you can make something related to this, or the news, or do the top 10 moment style in the UFC, for example, that we just saw for the basketball channel. So number 9 is another sports channel, and this is about boxing. And just like, I think it's one of the last videos on sports, or the channels I have on sports, but it just goes to show that you can get very creative with the formats or the things that you're actually talking about in your videos. Because this one, as you can see, is about boxing technique. So these are videos they make about how like you have, like creative ways to box, exactly how this person does that move. Creative techniques of this name, the creative techniques of this way, see? So again, you can get inspiration from this, and maybe we just had a UFC channel. Maybe you can do a channel like this where you say, learn exactly how this UFC fighter does this move or posture or balance or fights this way, you know? And that's where you gotta be creative yourself, finding your niches. But this is a very creative one. And as you can see, in every sport, there's different formats that you can do. And the channels that are doing well always try to stick to that format to make their videos, because that is what their audience liked and subscribed to them for. Right, number 10, we are on 1/3 of all the channels we're going to cover today. So this is business story come-ups. So this is a very big niche too, and that is something a lot of people tried in the past. So these are like founder stories of big companies like Vans, The Line, Gulfstream, Vanguard, Blackstone. And yeah, it's like how these people came from nothing to making these super famous rich companies, right? And people love listening to these documentaries, especially if they are done right. So I would not recommend getting into this as a beginner, because it's been done very often already, but still it seems to be a very good niche, and this channel is getting a lot of views too. So 355,000, not that crazy much honestly for 3 years, but yeah, something to consider. You can take inspiration from it for sure. Right, business documentaries. So it's actually the same one we just covered, only this channel does it way better. They're way bigger and they get way more views. See, 3 million a month. This is a very famous channel in the space, and you can learn a lot from channels like this for sure. But in terms of like quality and replicating something like this, these videos cost hundreds of dollars per video, and it's not recommended as a beginner to try and mimic something like this, because you just cannot start from scratch and make videos for hundreds of dollars a pop if you have no experience doing this market. So take inspiration from it, see what they're doing and why it works, but I wouldn't recommend replicating this right now. Number 12, cars. So decades of history. So this channel covers like top 10 listicle videos about specific cars in specific periods in history. So 1960s best car commercials, top 10 best 1960s car commercials you must see, the top 10 most expensive American cars from the 1960s. See, so they combine cars and history in a very creative way. And it's honestly the first time I saw a channel like this where they do like top 10 listicles about historical like cars that used to be trending back then. And they seem to do pretty well, 60,000, but they only have 23 videos up yet. So yeah, it's not a lot, but it's a very interesting and catchy design, as you can see too, right? It's very unique. Right, 13, again, cars. So this is, again, a whole different style of car channel. And this is more like shocking news about cars that are coming out. It covers a lot of electrical cars and news about that. Like, see, they use like the Trump and Biden in the cars. It's a way different style and different type of video. And different audience that it would attract, even though it's also about cars, right? And that is, again, what you have to learn of this business, like finding these formats that has specific audiences and then giving them what they want on a consistent basis. All right, number 14, again, cars. So this is a top 10 listicle channel about cars. And it's like more about like the fastest cars, the quickest cars. See, it's all like the top 10 quickest muscle cars. And then also it's either like from certain age periods or like with a certain brand or motor or engine in it. And again, like all three are car channels, but they're so much different and it would attract such a different audience for each channel too. So yeah, again, creativity in finding these niches and differentiating yourself from the competition, right? Not one-on-one copying other people that are successful, but just give it your own twist and make it something cool. All right, we dive into the celebrity niche. This is number 15. And as you can see, we covered 15 different channels and there's like so many different angles on YouTube that we covered already. And that just goes to show, like, if you look at how many people watch YouTube every day and come on it on a monthly basis, there is almost no such thing as like saturation when it comes to YouTube automation, because there's so many different markets and people that you can make videos for. And that is why this business model is so great. There is literally something for everyone and so many people watch it every day that it's almost impossible to saturate it, unless you have, for example, one topic that gets very popular, like the police body cams last year, where then 100 people in 1 month all get on it at the same time, and then one topic can get saturated. But the business model in itself will probably never go away because it's owned by YouTube and Google, and it's just the biggest search engine out there. All right, so this channel is about celebrity news. So again, whole different style. And this is just like, yeah, celebrities, rappers exposing each other. She said that about him. He said this about her. Breakups, you know, just drama and juice. And people love watching drama and juice. And these channels tend to do very well. 1.5 million views a month is a lot too. And yeah, people love juicy news stories, right? So that's also something you can get into for sure. There's quite some like competition in this market though. So do your research and start in a specific sub-market or per like a channel about a specific celebrity, because the competition here is very, very cutthroat. There's a lot of channels and a lot of these channels also do multiple videos a day. So be careful when getting into it. All right, this is Red Side. And I thought this one was pretty cool because they do 3D renders for their videos, which is very difficult and expensive to do. So that is also the barrier of entry for these channels is very high. So a lot of people do it, and that means they have more market share and there's less competition for them. And yeah, it's just interesting videos like speed comparison of animals. Yeah, that's just something weird to come up with, right? But yeah, apparently it worked because it got 5 million views in 4 months with it. So again, very cool ID, very cool channel, but maybe not the best thing to get started with if you're a beginner. Here, video game map sizes compared. Very interesting topics for sure. Right, let's see. Number 18, criminal psychology. So this looks a little bit like the body cam stuff, but this is more like, as you can see, people that are being interrogated by police, and then let's see, what is it exactly you're talking about? What pretending to be crazy looks like. There's something about Casey, guilty until proven innocent. So yeah, I think it's just a video material of these people that are caught by the police or whatever you call that, and the weird things they are saying or how it's looking. I would have to watch the whole video to see what it's exactly about because I'm not sure. But this channel has only 20 videos and 5 million subs, so that's insane. And they still get 1.5 million views a month. They started a long time ago though. So it's an interesting channel. You would have to look at the video exactly, but I think it's just long videos of police interrogations and the suspects saying crazy stuff. All right, number 19, killer cams. So it's kind of the same thing as we just saw two of. Dr. Insanity, very big channel, 1.5 million subs, 114 videos. And again, so the moment a killer mom realizes she's been caught, teen killer doesn't realize he's being recorded. So you see it's again like police cam sort of videos, which yeah, people just love these dark, juicy stories, you know? Like the dark, scary side of the world. People love watching that stuff on YouTube. So it's an interesting one for sure. And it's also like real life footage, see? So that's an interesting one what people also like. I also cover like a lot of AI channels on this on my YouTube, but yeah, the real life stuff, it's just relatable in a way, and people like that dark and relatable stuff. So Dr. Insanity, all right. 2/3 of the channels we covered. So court moments. Again, a channel that popped off and a niche that popped off last year very hard. So this is like, instead of the body cams of people getting interrogated, this is like people in court being recorded and the crazy things they did and said and done. This channel started when the Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix series came out, and that was just perfect timing for this channel because they absolutely blew up by the time. Now they are dying off a little bit, but at the time they made a lot of money, as you can see with these views, like 2 million, 1.7, 1.5, 1.3 million. They used to be very big. But again, this market back then used to be very good, and then hundreds of people copied this channel and tried to remake it. And if that happens, you can say goodbye to your channel, because if 10 people copy like this video, then it's just too much of the same videos on YouTube, right? And then yeah, YouTube stops pushing you. So now we get into space exploration. Very big niche too. A lot of people have been in this and do it. Still works very well, as you can see by the views. But this is just, yeah, there's quite some different angles you can do for the space exploration videos. This one in particular, let's see. So new images revealed of like certain planets. Astronauts are still stuck in space. Comets coming by. Sky events. NASA found oceans, liquid water on Mars. See, it's sort of like news updates about space events or like space exploration, which people just love watching because it's such an unknown mystery like topic, right? This everything related to space. And yeah, there's many different angles you can do. I know that a couple of years ago, I think 2 years ago, it was very big, like the James Webb telescope. A lot of people would do videos on this, like you can see here. James Webb picture ever. Yeah, so space stuff, very mysterious, and people like mysterious stuff and finding out about life, right? And now we dive into the discovery niche, which is also purely based on like mystery and just curiosity of people. So it's a lot of like hidden books of the Bible that have been found, things that are found like in Antarctica under a volcano, for example, here. Just the crazy mysteries of life. And basically these channels, they just try to produce as much as they can. As you can see, they posted 7 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago, and 10 hours ago. This is like, these type of channels is a volume game where they post like 5 to 10 videos, and hopefully one of them goes viral and basically makes up for all the money they spent on the other videos. So let's see, the last viral video they had quite some time ago already, it seems. Actually very long time ago. Like here, maybe 10 days ago, 76K views, but that probably won't up for the other like 20 videos they made. Here, 135,000, 87,000. So they have some alright videos here. This one, 850,000. So that's the thing, right? If a 30-minute video gets 850,000 views, that's easily like $9,000-$10,000, and that is from 13 days ago. And that basically like balances out all these videos that only got 1 or 2K views. So it's this style, you need a lot of cash for it, because you need to just push like 4 or 5 videos a day, and then every once in a while one of these blow up like this, and that's how you earn your money. But again, it's not recommendable for starters, because you just need so much cash to invest in the channel before you see some money back. Here's another one of these discovery kind of channels. This one is called The Ultimate Discovery, and again, see 37, 10K, 3K, 5K, 3K. It's very different, like random topics, but it's just based on volume and yeah, finding that one viral banger every single month, basically, that will make up for all your money that month. Right, 24. Why no one wants to live in... So this channel I found, it's very small and new, but they got a lot of views and subscribers for just having 5 videos up. This video is probably not a part of it, but the other 4 videos, so why Brexit failed, why no one wants to live in Canada, why living in Australia is impossible, why Americans have no economic future. So it's sort of like news updates, or like why certain countries are good and bad to live in. Interesting niche. I haven't really looked into it, like the videos themselves, how good they are. but if they get 2 million views, they're probably really well done. And looking at this, maybe you can replicate this for like other big countries in a bit of an easier way or more volume, because if they get these amounts of views with just 4 videos, it might be a very good niche to get into. Right, number 5, celebrity stories. So we covered some celebrity stuff already, so let's see what this one is about. So this is more like stories about actors, it seems like. When you accidentally make the perfect indie film, Robert Pattinson is finally being taken seriously. Yeah, see, so they like cover stories about celebrities or like actors in Hollywood, basically, which again, it's not like really celebrity news. It's more like, yeah, just news about the gigs or like funny stories you didn't know about these actors, and like a glimpse at their real life, I would say. So again, another, like, it's in a celebrity niche, but the format is just a lot different than these other celebrity news channels. Right, number 6, we're nearing the end, everyone. So horror stories. Horror stories have been around for ages on YouTube, especially Faceless YouTube. People just love listening to stories, especially if it's a bit dark sometimes. As you can see, most horrific slavery, atrocities, Nazi punishments, Gestapo. So it's very dark stuff, as you can see, right? And these are like just slideshow images, it seems like, with the text overlay coming on it. But it's a bit dark. The problem with channels like this is that you can get limited ads or can get demonetized if it's like too dark, and that can cause problems with earning money. But this channel is doing very well. They're making 2.6 million views a month. So that's really good. Something to consider, but just know that if you have no experience with YouTube, it can be hard to run a channel like this, because if there's like a lot of blood and gore or sexuality in your videos, YouTube will limit your ads, and then you will not make as much money from your videos. So something to consider when starting. 27 US Navy facts. So again, something that we have not seen before on the other 30 channels. So this one covers everything related to the US Navy, biggest waste of money, most overpowered US Navy ship, super carriers look easy, war talk. So see, they cover just a lot of different things related to the Navy and the ships and how it's looking, what it's doing, how much it costs, and everything like that. Especially the last 2 years with like everything going on in the world, military stuff can be very popular and trending for sure. All right, another sports channel. So this one is Formula One channel, and they just do daily news on what is happening in the Formula One. So just like we saw the UFC news channels or the boxing news channels or the basketball news channels, this does news on Formula One. And yeah, you can mimic the style for another sports or also do Formula One. I think it's pretty saturated because there's only so much news channels you can do for one sport, right? But yeah, something to consider again and look at. Last one, geography. And then we have 30 different channels, or like almost 30 different niches that you can get started with your YouTube. And yeah, I just hope that you get some inspiration of all the possibilities out there, right? Because so many of these channels, like someone that watches map pack videos like we see here will maybe never in their life watch a UFC video. And that goes to show that with YouTube, there's so much room to make channels that aren't done yet before, or there are interests that some people have and some people don't, and that is why it's so hard to saturate, because there's so many people watching it with different interests. But yeah, for the last one, so it's map packs. It's called map packs, and this is sort of what we just saw, like why you shouldn't move to these states or to these countries, why everyone is afraid of this, and they have a very specific style for the thumbnails, as you can see, right? So yeah, very branded, looks very sharp, very clean, I would say. They got a lot of views too. I feel 5 million a month. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. It's like 50K a month easily. Yeah. So again, geography, good niche too. Take a look into it and see if you can replicate this stuff. All right. Now, how do you actually research into these niches? So first of all, I have a free step-by-step 5-figure YouTube automation guide. If you comment niche under this video, I will send that to you, and then you basically have a step-by-step system of how you can get started with YouTube automation, basically, and also with the niche research steps to find niches like this and verify them so that you know your niche is going to be good or not. The main thing and way I like to do niche research is basically by researching, analyzing, and testing, making swipe files like this what I have right here, with just an Excel sheet with hundreds of channels under each other and understanding why they're working and what they are doing. So the niche and then the format per channel, and then looking what is interesting right now, what is happening in the world, which channels are doing well, and seeing if you can jump on any of these niches. What I would do is, if you say like, okay, let's say you want to do Formula One, right? I would see if in the past 6 months, there has been new channels in the Formula One market. And if these channels are getting good views and making like money from their videos, because that sort of tells you if you can get through the competition or not, and how much the potential earnings are for a new niche. I would also recommend you to use spy tools. My favorite one is One of 10 to find viral topics and also packaging for your videos. It is $50 a month, but it really helps you. Like, you can, for example, type in their search bar Formula One or F1, and then it shows you all the channels, all the titles, all the thumbnails that are working well and how many views and how viral they went. And that makes your life a lot easier. And like I mentioned a lot, mimic what works with different branding and longer videos. So don't try to reinvent the wheel. If you have like a Formula News channel in a specific style, or like a map pack channel like this, just think about how you can do that in your style, a little bit different, but still unique to yourself. And then just replicate success. And once you have something that's working, then you can start being creative. Lastly, I want to ask you to join the 5-day Faceless YouTube channel challenge, which is free, by the way. So you can go to my Facebook group. And in this group, once you join it, as you can see, there's almost 15K members in it. I have here in the guides section, I have the 5-day Faceless challenge, which basically is a step-by-step challenge that every day takes you through one step of building your YouTube automation channel with free video content and guides and templates that will help you in 5 days to set up your YouTube automation channel, all right? So I will share the link of my group under this video and in the description. You can join the challenge. It's free to join, and then this gives you some accountability to actually start making your YouTube automation channel. Okay, so that was it for the 30 simple channels you can start. I have 20 written here, but it was actually 30. So yeah, next step, just make sure to not just watch this and not do anything with it. Start doing the niche research, join the challenge, which goes deeper into everything, and hopefully I have a chat with you when you actually started your channel and start making money with it and change your life around. Right? I hope this was valuable. Comment niche, and then I will also send you that 5-figure guide, and then I will see you in the next video.